So, connect with trustworthy people, don't connect with people who are drinking and using. Keep learning, start small, have patience. Don't overdo it, don't run the fire, you can walk. So, take notice.
My name's Sara, I'm addiction support worker at Project Colt. I'm also safeguarding lead as well here. I co-facilitate the Choose to Change recovery support group with my colleague here, James.
My name's James Halliday. I'm addiction support worker here at Project Colt. I co-facilitate the Choose to Change group. It's a 12-week rolling group for people with addictions ranging from cannabis all the way up to Class A's, crack, cocaine and heroin. We also do one-to-one support for those who struggle with group settings.
So within our groups we do 12-week programme. Week 1 we look at HOW, which is an acronym which means honesty, open-mindedness and willingness. Week 2 we talk about change, making a change in their life. Week 3 we do motivation. Week 4 is denial, so we look at denial in that, if they're still in denial about their usage, their drug use. Week 5 we look at the powerless and unmanageability. We also do an introduction to the Step 1 programme in there as well. Week 6 is abstinence, so we talk about the disease of addiction and how we would reach to abstinence.
Week 7 we look at the relationships with the addict and the drugs and how they see that it's their longest relationship is them and the drugs. Week 8 is the limbic system, which is talking about how the drugs and alcohol affects their brain. Week 9 is dealing with boredom, cravings and triggers. Week 10 is reservations, resentments and stinking thinking. Week 11 is problem solving problems that everybody has to deal with, but it's a lot more difficult when you're also dealing with addiction and you're freshly abstinent. Week 12 is high-risk situations and relapse prevention, so hopefully at this point they will have some period of abstinence and we're looking at their high-risk situations and how to prevent relapse. So today in group, myself and Amin, one of our volunteers, we were looking at the 5 ways to well-being in addiction and recovery. So the 5 ways to well-being begins with connection, which is obviously the opposite to addiction, which is isolation. The second thing is be active, is to get out and to be active and to be doing things. The next one is to take notice. In addiction, people tend to not take notice of the things around them. They've got their heads down, they're just doing what they usually do, the cycle of addiction, but we ask them to look up and to take notice of the things around them. The next thing is to keep on learning, learn new skills, learn new hobbies and interests, and then the last thing is to give back. Obviously once an addict gets clean, it's good for them personally to give back to the community that they may have disrupted in their addiction for so long.
So here we're very therapeutic, so our way, we're very person-centred. When we say come to Choose to Change, come to the first point of call, that is the first phase 1. Phase 2, after Choose to Change, if they have reached the abstinence level, then we say they can move on to Recovery Road, which is another group completely, and that talks about your life skills, more of relapse prevention, kind of getting yourself back out there. And with that comes phase 3. Phase 3 is what you would do in the downstairs area of Project Colt. So that's looking at volunteering and employability. So we kind of see from the first point of call when clients will call and say that they needed some support, we kind of see them through the whole aspect of that.
I think personally the good thing about Project Colt is I've been to other places for my addiction and it was all about addiction, and it's just full of addicts either wanting to get clean, not wanting to get clean, all at different stages of their recovery. The thing about Project Colt is it's open to absolutely everybody. We've got different, we've got a cafe area, we've got a barber's, we've got a charity shop, we've got people mending bikes, we've got a gardening section, so we've got people from all walks of life. It's not just addiction and full of addicts. That is a huge part of it, but it helps bridge that gap into normal living. I say normal living, it's like the next step into healthy living, and yeah.
Yeah.